Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Scramble podcast. We got some type of energy up in the booth today. It is a major week.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
It is the PGA Championship, and we're fired up here at the Scramble. And I'm joined here by Cam, Tim, and producer Jay. You guys, how we doing? Talk to me.
I'm doing fantastic. My brain has been just rattling around with things I wanted to say all day.
Yeah. Sometimes you look at a betting board and you're like, wow, this sucks.
Like you can
Not
see
this
the
week.
green check mark next
I
to
literally, I can't find a loser on my card, and I've been looking for one. So I don't know.
Justin, how we doing?
We're doing, man. We are working hard at getting the YouTube channel up and running for Hedge Better. Scramble episodes all ready to go. We are just we're dealing with some technical difficulties right now, but like I just said off air, they won't stop us.
That's right.
We'll be up and running soon.
That's right. Folks, don't forget to follow us on social media at the Scramble Pod on Instagram, where we're posting all our bets, all our cards for PGA Championship week. And to be honest, you're really going to want to pay attention because we just briefly chatted before the show, but we got a lot of bets here, folks.
A whole lot. And listen, we're rolling.
Yeah.
The boys are rolling. Let's get this show rolling. We're going to start off. We're going to recap the AT&T Byron Nelson, KH Lee's first win on tour. Seemed like a good guy.
Yeah,
he really did.
Definitely does.
No idea.
Then we're going to recap how we did betting, see the jacket picks again. And then we're going to give you all what you wanted, or at least what we wanted in the background.
I put that in the notes. I'm like, no one asked for this, but we're giving it to
But
you.
that's going to be a breakdown of the official world golf rankings, and then we're going to talk a little about the corrupt-ass NCAA. I don't know if I should be saying that, but you guys are sketchy.
They are.
All right, then we're gonna get right into it. Major weekend, PGA Championship, Kiawah Island Ocean Course, stunning course, one of the best courses in the world, you could argue. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna give you some picks. Then we're gonna dive into the pools that you're all in because we know you're in pools. It's major season. It's what you do.
That's pretty cool. You said dive into pools.
Oh, I didn't even mean that.
That's why I put that in there.
That's a pun.
Get it?
Oh.
You dive into the pools.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look at that.
let's
We're
go.
all about puns here.
And that's it.
You guys, it was a pretty cool tournament, the AT&T Byron Nelson, except for, a lot of shitty weather on Sunday, which they forecasted for. Smart by the PGA to say, it's Saturday night, we're looking at the Doppler, and it's going to rain cats and dogs. So they're like, all right, threesomes and split tees, and we're starting at 10 a.m.
Yeah, that kind of sucked because me and Tim played, and I kind of expected to get the round done, go home, watch some golf, and then we were on hole like 15. I'm like, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, for guys like me, where usually Sunday morning is like I'm just waiting around for the golf to start, I got to watch it right away.
That is, I wish if we weren't golfing, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
We should have never gone. It was miserable.
It was horrible.
Yeah,
I was injured.
I was hungover as
I was
all
beaten
hell.
down.
Mentally. We all were.
and physically.
It was not good.
Like, first hole is like a 300-yard par 4. We're like, all right, let's get out of here. No.
I don't think it's like
Found the only tree on the entire.
we all did, dude. We were all left. It was ugly.
Not good.
Well, 29-year-old Kyung-Hoon Lee, KH Lee is what we'll call him going forward, captures his first win on American soil at 25 under to become the second Korean to ever win the event. And another cool name, Sangmoon Bae.
It's a sick ass name.
Dude, it's Bae.
Did you say Safe Moon Bay?
Ooh.
I just said
Oh,
safe.
God.
Sorry, I won't go down there.
Safe
To the moon.
To the moon. He says on Sunday it was his dream, quote, almost every night to win on the PGA Tour, and it finally comes true. You love to see that. He shoots a 66 on Sunday in terrible weather to beat Sam Burns by 3. Yikes, because I had a 2-stroke win margin, and he freaking birdied 18 and he shouldn't have, to win by 3. So that sucked.
That was rude.
That really hurt. Like, it was legit rude.
Yeah, it was.
You didn't need to, KH Lee. You were already going to win.
I actually noticed that, but then he was just smiling so much in that like press meeting or whatever
Yeah,
interview
with
thing he
Amanda.
did.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, look at this guy out here getting his first win. Very excited.
I know.
All kept
And he's
saying.
he's won in Asia. He's won on the Asian tour.
Yeah.
So he's not averse to playing good golf, but gets his first win in his 80th start, avoiding a charge from not only Mother Nature, but also Patton Kizzire and Danny Berger. Danny Berger, who played, we'll talk about him a little bit, but what a Sunday.
Yeah.
Dialed in. He kind of looked like he was going to blow it, with the 2-shot lead after they came out of the delay, because the delay was like 2+ hours, right? 2.5 hours ish. That's gonna make anybody go cold. Like this wasn't like a master. No, what was it? What tournament had another rain delay we talked about?
Wasn't it? It was the Masters. Didn't they have a rain delay this year?
Yeah, it was a Masters.
When Hideki came out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it wasn't like the Masters one where it was like
Yeah.
40 minutes.
And
This
he
is like-
also went into the rain delay with like a 15-foot putt for par, which he actually did miss.
Yeah.
So couldn't have envisioned a worse start coming out of that, but
That's why I'm like,
birdied
our
the next
guys are
one.
back in it because we all had in some form Danny Berger outright. So we're like, he's right back in it.
Yep.
He just hits an absolutely perfect shot on the 17th hole, the par 3, to legitimately like 3 and change feet, and just cans that to get back the stroke he lost. He has wins all over the planet, like I said, but his first one on the PGA Tour going 65, 65, 67, 66 with only 3 bogeys all week.
Crazy. He went 61 holes without a bogey.
I mean, imagine being that good at anything.
No.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Christ. He was third in tee to green strokes gained, only behind Sam Burns and Willie Z, and he moves into the top 100 of the world golf ranking. And he is the last person to play this week at the PGA. So good for you, KH Lee. And he's also in the Masters next year.
Yeah.
Look at that. Grow the game. Jordan Spieth comes back from having COVID, which we didn't really talk about last week, which we probably should have, but it just came out like right before we recorded. He comes back from having COVID and he fires another top 10, and he's up to 26 in the world golf ranking with his best career finish at the Byron Nelson.
It's crazy that he's 26th in the world.
I mean, he started the year at 90.
Like, we're going to get into the official
Yeah.
world golf rankings, but like, I feel like it should be updated.
He's quite literally the best player in the world this year. Like statistically speaking, objectively speaking, he is.
And we're going to find out why he's not number 1.
Yeah.
But in the same vein, he started the year at 91.
Ugh.
So he's just been climbing,
crazy.
Yeah, which was his lowest ever. He gained strokes in every category this week. He was clinical, off the tee, approach, around the green, and putting. He hit a few shots, like for me at least, on the PGA Tour Live, and then from what we could see on Saturday and Sunday, that were a little bit worrisome. He's going for things. He's getting a little aggressive. Not the way you kind of want to play the PGA coming up here at Kiawah, which Cam will tell us all about. But all in all, I think he's still in a great spot in heading into a place where he can clinch his Grand Slam.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Imagine.
That'd be cool.
I mean, I would be losing my mind. So would Tim, and we'll talk about that. But it was always going to be hard to win twice. This is sort of my 2 cents. It was always going to be hard for him to win 2 tournaments in a row.
Yeah.
Especially with having COVID. But now he can relax and sort of ride his ball striking into Kiawah this week. And get his slam. He said, quote, coming into this week, if you told me top 10, I probably would take it. And quote, I didn't know where anything stood. Talking about COVID and where his game was.
He's another guy like Roy, just has no filter. I don't know if
I
that's
like
what
that.
I would have said. I love it, yeah. But I wouldn't have said, I had no idea if I was going to play good this week.
Rory, I just listened to his, like, just not 10 minutes ago, he was doing the interview at the PGA Championship, and he didn't say those exact words, but he kind of
More or
said the
less.
same thing. He was like, I didn't know where my game was. I played pretty bad at the Masters, and then I worked with my swing coach, and I really didn't know where things stood. So I just kind of went into that tournament. Just, I would have been happy, making the cut, finishing top 30.
Only
hanging
sport
out.
in the world I think that people would
And then he
say,
wins.
like, I don't know how good I am right now, and then go win a tournament against 160 other guys.
And a crazy thing about him winning that tournament, I know we're not talking about the Wells Fargo, but he only hit, out of 72 holes, he only hit 19 fairways. Like, that's almost hard to believe.
That's like something we would do, honest. That's like I could hit 19 fairways.
That is absurd. He only hit 19, barely made a round of fairways, and he won.
So he's hitting like 4 or 5 a round, so like 4 out of 14.
It's crazy.
Yikes. And that's maybe not good coming into Kiawah.
No.
Our guy Bryson has a tough putting finish. Finishes T55 heading into a major. He honestly needs a better all-around game for Kiawah. He can't play like he did last week. I don't necessarily means that he can't bring it, but we didn't see him playing kind of like a top 5 every
I think
weekend.
he's going to really struggle.
I think
I
he's
did
going to
too.
struggle so hard.
I stayed away.
The wind, like, he makes excuses with everything. This wind, he's just going to... How many times are we going to see him looking up in the air just going like
well,
this?
that's the thing. He's
hands
so
up.
scientific, and you played a case
God,
like Kiawah with these wins. It's going to overload his
He's
brain.
going to play 6-hour rounds because he's not going to hit if it's windy.
Yeah.
I know.
He's
It's
legitimately
gonna
going to
be ridiculous.
God. And he's featured too. That'll be fun to watch. Brooksy, though, misses the cut in his first major. I mean, his first start since the Masters. Honestly, this week just proved to me that maybe he's not exactly ready to be firing on all cylinders.
All right. I'm with you on that, Tim. When we had that little tiff, it was
Last week.
because I was bringing up that Brooks Koepka stat about him missing 5 weeks and then missing cuts.
Yeah.
And he just followed through with that again.
Yeah.
Although he's usually good after he misses the cut. That's the one thing. If you want to stick
he
with
missed
that
a cut before
historical
that too, though, I
stat
think.
line. Yeah, he did. He missed a cut prior to the layoff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not great. I mean, he literally can't read putts. Like, he can't get down and read putts.
No.
Still.
He still can't do that.
His ball striking was okay, but like I just wanted to mention, so anything sort of that you have to shift your body in a way that's not your standard stock iron swing, he's going to struggle with. And this course, he gets anything in fescue or anything in sand, it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
It's going to grab his club and his body is going to jerk and his club is not. And he's going to like, I don't know. Wouldn't be shocked if he like somehow got hurt again and just didn't end up playing.
I was thinking that. I'm like, at what point do you stop playing and just get healthy? Like, I know you don't want to miss majors. I get that. But is he just going to bum it this whole season?
Well,
and
forget the swinging, dude. You're walking 7 miles.
Yeah.
I know.
It's the longest course, like, longest major ever, I think it's
Yeah,
probably,
it
is,
right?
yeah.
7,900 yards. Like, dude, if you can't bend over and read a putt, maybe just chill out.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a pride thing though? Because he's all Mr. I'm a major guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a
He's
major
also,
guy.
I'm an athlete guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't even start playing golf later in life. I'm just nasty at other sports. I just pick golf up.
Well, then squat down like a normal person.
They'd figure it out. Sam Burns blows a 54-hole lead, which he actually has the most of on tours this season, 54-hole leads out of anyone. And he finishes second. My only comment is this guy for real? Because he's playing wildly good golf.
Yeah, he's my second favorite person to watch right now besides Jordan, I think.
What about Abe?
Well, Abe is like a clinical golfer. I'm
It's
talking
1A,
about like
1B,
excitement.
1C.
1C.
I'm talking about
There it
no.
is. There it is.
You're misinterpreting. I'm talking about like excitement. Like this guy, like his chipping
Oh,
was sick. Like he's just like I feel like he puts everything into every shot.
I agree. I think I like Hovland, watching Hovland more than I like watching Burns. I don't know why. I just
Hovland's
do.
like pleasant to watch.
Exactly. He's very
I'm
comfortable.
talking about like excitement, like roller coaster excitement.
Well, yeah, because he could blow up at any point.
Correct.
I mean, I know we talked about the Ryder Cup a couple weeks ago, but like if Sam Burns keeps playing like this, you have to think he makes the U.S. team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want
There's only right, but there's only a few months left, and if he's ripping top 5s and top 10s off at this rate, there's no way
this
they
is
don't
going all
pick
the way
him.
back to the players, right?
Yeah.
Or is it the
That
players?
was his
or the
first one.
Genesis where he went bananas.
Genesis.
Yeah.
It's where he was one off the playoff.
Yeah.
He finishes at 22 under, one shot ahead of Charles, Danny Berger, Patton Kazire, Scott Stallings, my guy, Troy Merritt, and Joseph Bramlett. Fun fact about that guy, Joseph Bramlett, he had like life-altering back surgery a few years ago and was told that he would never be able to play sports or golf again. Now he's back, firing top 5s.
Oh, that
hey,
would.
doctor, you were wrong.
Yeah.
That would suck.
It's you can kind of notice it too when they were showing him on Sunday. Oh, you guys were golfing, but you didn't see it. But he was like, when he walks, his like body, his upper body like doesn't like walk with it. Does that make sense? Like it's stationary and like his legs basically just move.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually
And he
crazy
somehow
that he figured out
swings.
how to play golf.
Yeah. Cool little story on him. We'll have to dig deeper. Sam Burns was looking to become the only player since Camilo Villegas to win their first 2 events in consecutive starts. That would have been crazy. And Sam says, quote, I think the biggest thing for me is just knowing my game is in a good place. It's in a good enough spot to where I can contend.
Oh, we've seen that quote go wrong for some people. Max Homa. What do you Well, be careful saying that. Just saying.
Seamus Power, our a Paddy, come on you boys in green. Was 21 under through 8 holes on Sunday, but has a very rare double bogey on the par 4 13th hole that was playing extremely under par for everyone, and shoots a 70 to finish 18 under with Spieth, Johnny Vegas, and Doc Redman. Kazire fires the only 2 rounds at 64 or better, was 8 under through 12 holes on Sunday,
He's nasty.
and settles for a 63. So I said, imagine settling for 63.
I know. It's like that dude that shot the 59. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
On Instagram, do you see that?
Oh yeah, when he was
He
I
jumped
saw
in
that.
a lake. At first,
I
I
would
that's
too.
not what I don't know if I'd jump in the
Oh,
lake.
I would. 59? You kidding me?
I'd rip my shirt.
Harris English and Scott Stallings fire 63s on Saturday early in the morning to get tied for 3rd before any of the final groups even started, which was awesome. It got me excited because I had Mr. Harris English 45-1 outright, So I'm like, he's back in contention, and then everybody went off. All in all, though, I'd say as a group, we weren't kidding. We were right. Everybody was going to go really low, and they certainly did.
Yeah. All right. So this, I feel like, is debatable. Like, it was exciting to watch. I don't love the shootouts. Personally, I don't know. I like when the guys struggle. I like when it's hard to get that birdie. I think it's way more entertaining to watch than just guys going for birdie after birdie.
I actually agree. I thought it would be the opposite way for me too, but I would much rather see like Rory win the week before than this.
When you have to earn it. Like, you got to like hit
Yeah.
good shots, and like if you make a birdie, like, wow, he made a birdie on like Abe Answer going through the Green Mile. Like playing that like so well is like shocking to see. But then seeing dudes just, I mean, Sam Burns shot 10 under par.
Yeah.
Like that's, I mean, yeah, he's great at golf. I get that. But like that's also freaking stupid.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
make the course a little bit more challenging. Come on.
Notables that missed the cut: Jason Day, Ricky, Sergio. Yikes to me because he fired like 9 under on Thursday and somehow didn't make the cut. Pete Uline, yeah, I was looking good too. I'm like, yes, he's gonna beat Ricky because Ricky's only like 2 under or something. I'm like, perfect. Nope. Pete Uline, Brooks, and Matty Fitz missed the cut. A little concerned about Matty Fitz going into this week.
No.
Not
Yes.
playing well last week.
Time concerns.
I am.
I'm not betting him, but
Me either,
if
but-
he came in top 20, I wouldn't be shocked.
People are all over him because of the win thing. He's from England.
Yep.
But if you look at
Didn't do anything at the RBC.
Yeah, his last 20 rounds aren't as good as his last like 50.
Yeah.
He's trending in the wrong direction.
So you guys tell me about how you did on the week.
All right. I did not do good. I definitely did worse out of us. I'm not saying it's because Tim on air cursed me.
He put a hex on you.
And wanted my bets to lose. Like that was
Are we going to talk about curses?
that was pretty chill. No, I know. I've let's just clear the air.
He put like a legit, like this is not a joke. We were playing golf last year. And he
2 years
put
ago.
2 years ago, he put it like a legitimate curse on me. He said
did.
something in a foreign language.
No,
and I go,
it's
yo,
not.
yes, it is. I go, what did you just say?
Oh, it was in Spanish. It was in
Yes.
Spanish. I said something in Spanish and I pointed
goes-
at him like this. I pointed at his ball.
Yeah.
And then he sucked the rest
That's
of the
an
day.
old curse.
And like I didn't even mean for it to be that powerful.
No, it was very. The
Are
next
you like
show.
a wizard?
I'm a
or
wizard.
something?
Yes. Yes, I am in fact a wizard. And then I told Tim, I said, "Listen, I will reverse the spell."
He's never done it, by the way. Never reversed it.
Yeah, what? Dude,
Well, I told you, I will reverse the
we
spell.
have a tournament to win on June 11th. Can you?
I will
can you
reverse
figure that
the
out? Okay.
spell when he's mentally ready. No more Siwoo Tim. That was a setback.
Oh yeah, so
Listen,
your
we argue over
progress.
here now.
His progress took a dive a little bit. He was close. He was real close.
We've been talking with your therapist, Tim.
I have a one-on-one. He's like on speed dial, your therapist.
I don't think you can help with this.
All right, but wait, I didn't even tell you what I did. I was down 2.25 units. The 2 units that I lost were all my outrights. So on matchups and top 20s and everything else I did, I only lost a quarter unit. So I'm not super upset about that. But yeah, minus 2.25.
I went 5-8-1, and I won a unit and a quarter. It wasn't like again, like the same week over and over. I'm having deja vu. I'm just like teetering on even. But again, I had a guy right in contention and outright. That's like the 3rd week in a row.
Yeah,
A couple 3rd place finishes in a second. So
you're knocking on the door.
knocking on the door, but
We'll get one.
not there yet.
I went
This
8
is the week though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we told you guys this is the week. If there's ever been a week to follow us.
But since the podcast started, this is the week I've been looking forward to.
Wow.
Like not even. It's not.
He's not even.
close.
Yeah, he's had this bet in for a while.
Yeah.
I went 8-11 for minus a unit and a half, which is all my outrights. So
That's what I'm saying.
Would've
Yeah,
been
like,
even. Yeah.
Pretty much all our losses are outright.
sort of negligible for me, but I am gasping for this PGA. And also, I am traditionally have been really bad at top 10 bets. Like, are those a scam? Like,
Those are a
You don't
scam.
make money.
Anything under top 20, I decided.
Yeah,
is-
it's a total scam.
So, like, I say that, and then I have them again this week.
I have 2, and I literally picked 2 because you said what kind of bets that you have, and I was like, oh, like if we're gonna do this segment,
Yeah.
I'll pick a couple.
Like,
I
like I looked back at our like records, and I'm losing money on only top 10s.
well, that's like, I mean, if you really just think about it, like top 20s, you can get a lot of ties. Like there could be a lot of guys in the
Tons
top
of
20,
ties,
but like
yeah.
top 10, I mean, it's kind of sucks. Like you get like last week, there was a solo 1-2 and like 2 people at 3. Like that
Yeah.
cuts off a lot
Then
of
it
spots.
was like T6 and then T13.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
cuts right down. Like it's way too hard. It's basically almost calling them to win.
Yeah, you basically just say they're in the final group
Yeah.
going into Sunday.
Yeah.
Damn. Our jackets now, you guys, which is now into over 10 units on the year. touching 11 units up through 6 shows or 7 shows.
That's awesome.
I had Harris English top 20. Thanks. Late charge from him.
I had the Golden Child Jordan top 20. It's never a doubt.
This was a consensus pick.
Well, not a consensus jacket pick.
No, I've also decided, I lost mine. I had Scotty Scheffler top 20. I've also decided I think I might retire from jacket picks. I am the one bringing, I'm the one,
Excuse
Breaking
me?
news?
I'm the one bringing us down.
It's
Is
like
that allowed?
it's like our one thing.
I know, but I suck at it.
No, here's the thing.
No.
Because you're picking like Thomas Peters.
Sometimes, but this one, I was like, all right, I'm going to pick a normal one that is like a universally consensus guy that they think could win the tournament. I'm like, I'll take him top 20. He bummed it. He had a good Thursday and then just sucked.
He's been, he
But
was
didn't
due
you
for a
guys
cool
play?
off,
You
right?
played him, right?
No, I had Jordan to beat him.
No, but
No, I
did you
had
have him
that
top
bet.
20?
Yeah, that was,
I
the
had
only,
him top
that was the
20.
only top 20 I
But
lost.
I think he was bound to cool off, and we just, it just happened this week.
Frustrating.
I don't think it was a bad bet. Where
No,
did
I
he
don't think
finish?
so either.
Like 29 or
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
4 or
still,
something,
like,
which is
not a
like
bad
2
bet at all.
strokes off of.
Yeah. But I was still like, he was like +3 on Sunday. I was like, really? You're there.
I know that matchup bet with Jordan and Scotty ended up being like the only one that I like was like not even close to losing.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
That'll do it, you guys, for our week at the Byron Nelson, at TPC Craig Ranch, and the Trough there, the last couple of holes. I don't know. Are they doing it next year at that place? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Ah, boo.
I don't know. They got the trough though.
Yeah, but it went so low. Usually at was it TPC Dallas, the other one they played at?
Yeah.
That's a harder course.
Do the
so.
players like that?
Well,
Have you
that's
heard
the-
any
They
feedback
like
on
it like at first, like because now if they go make it harder, like it's like, oh, I've been here before and I know I can go low.
Yeah.
Whereas if you start off a course, the guys like the cuts like +4, like guys are like
They hate
what
it.
the fuck?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what we did. We talked about that last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
It's like literally for first time courses, the average winning score is -17.
I think though, like timing wise, it's good to put it before probably it's going to be one of the tougher tournaments of
Yeah.
the year. Like
yeah,
It is a good tune-up.
location wise. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, you don't have to.
it's good for
If
people's
you don't want to
confidence.
play in it, don't play in it. If you do play in it, you're gonna be able to work on like your ball striking. Like
Yeah.
it's not comparable to Kiawah Island at all.
Yeah.
No,
So
not even remotely.
Yeah.
Now we got some general golf stuff to talk about. I didn't put this one down.
I
but
did. Oh, the PGA. I was
Yeah.
like listening. I was like looking up the PGA Championship. It started off as a match play event. So when we had that big debate about whether there
make
should
it a
be a
major.
match play major, there was one. They got rid of it, which was kind of upsetting. I mean, it was like way back.
A long time ago,
It
right?
was like way back. Like the very first like 5, I think were match plays, and then they were just like, nope.
And speaking of, they're letting people use rangefinders now at the PGA.
It's ridiculous. I was like,
So I'm seeing a lot on the internet about this. Okay, the guys, I've seen JT talk about it. I saw one more person talk.
in Spieth.
Yes. Oh, Spieth talked about it too, and they were both like, "It's just gonna make everybody slower."
Yeah, because like, are they going to question that number?
I mean, imagine Bryson now.
Oh God, yeah. Wait, he's gonna wait for the wind.
They
and
win the
gun
yardage
thing.
book, the rangefinder.
So I guess last
we need a
week they
barometer out there.
Calculator. Yeah.
last week when he putted just atrociously,
Yeah.
is like they don't get the green. They don't get like the
They don't get
the green
greens
book.
books?
They don't get greens books.
Where?
So he was upset at the last
week?
one.
Good. Don't give him greens.
They don't get
books.
greens books.
I don't understand that
This
either.
week he was all excited because he gets his green book.
Don't
back.
give him anything. Like, put him out there. That's why the caddy exists.
No, we're out here grinding.
Yeah.
It's just a regular course. We don't know what the
I'm
undulations
on my
are. Yeah.
fucking lying on my stomach, dude, reading these flat greens in Braintree, Massachusetts. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look straight
He
to
needs
me.
his, he needs his book to read like the slope differentials on every green.
Of course he
Outrageous.
does. He probably, yeah. I mean,
Grab your
Classic
putter,
Bryson
buddy.
thing. I read that and I was like, oh, they'll love this.
I just think guys are going to shoot numbers. And like, now what's your caddy for?
That's what I'm. Well, that's it. Is your caddy going to be like, nah?
No, I'm not getting that.
Like
Nah, mine says 180.
in my book, I have 188, but your gun says 192.
Yeah. Which is also the same number for
Yeah.
most human
Yeah.
beings.
Literally.
Like, I just think it's going to take more time. Guys are going to second guess where they would have already been approaching their ball to hit it. Now they're going to be like, let me take the time to.
Yeah.
Their caddy's literally just their bitch. Hold my shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now what?
shit.
I don't
Well,
want
I
to
go.
carry my own bag.
What's the
Here we
point?
go.
To be honest, I bet guys, most people don't use it,
Yeah.
but I bet there are some that do.
I wonder if there's like a caddy union uproar right now. We demand these be taken away.
It's like toll booth workers.
Yeah.
They're being phased out by technology.
So I've heard that toll booth workers make a decent amount of money.
I was a toll booth worker for a summer.
So
How
can
did
you
that go?
confirm or deny?
I was in college. It was good. I got fired.
Wait, how did you get that job?
My mother's hairdresser's sister.
What?
I was a seasonal toll booth worker.
Dude,
I can tell you guys a quick story.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I need to hear this.
I was a seasonal toll booth worker at the one in Weston, the Pike in 95 there. Yep. I worked my 40 hours a week. My schedule changed all the time. I made very good money for a college kid. I think I was making like $18 an hour.
That's great.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
wild. But I can confirm the guy running the shift, like the shift leader in the booth, like not in the booths on the street, the guy,
to the side?
the guy watching everything, he's making like $50 or $60 an hour.
Just watching traffic.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
That's
And like the longer you're there, it was like any other state job, like just compounds. Like there were guys that had been there for like 20 years that were easily making like $200K.
Is it because of like hazard?
I don't.
Because you could get
'cause
smoked
it's-
by somebody not paying attention.
So
Like,
not to go down the rabbit hole of toll booth workers, I also heard they had like the highest suicide rate out of.
So that's like true and not true. So like back in the day when they were invented for people to pay a tax for using the road, yes. Not like in the 2000s, no.
Okay.
Yeah. So they say it's like the most depressing job because you're alone like the whole time.
you see
It's
someone
also-
new every couple
What
seconds.
is the
Right. I used to chat people up.
what
It was
are
great.
we what are we paying for at this point? What is this money going to?
Like road repairs.
What?
And they're trash. They're ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the roads stink.
yeah, Massachusetts.
I mean, the
I
Pike
don't know
is
who's in charge
abysmal.
of that, but
Yeah.
let's pick it up a little bit.
Charlie, talking to you.
Same
but-
guy as the NCAA. Probably.
Speaking of the NCAA,
Yeah.
the women's national championship is canceled outright. Good segue. With no golf being played. And I just like to say that that's absolute bullshit.
It totally is.
Grow up.
Yeah. So the situation is this. It got a lot of rain and they didn't think they could delay it or make it salvageable or make it to a championship level.
Like, what are
was
you
the quote.
talking
Yeah,
about?
that's like what I don't get. My take is that A, can't you just find another course close or do it again next week? What does that hurt?
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah.
And B, even if you do play on it, everyone is at the same disadvantage.
And they all wanted to play.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
imagine
talking
being a
about?
senior in college.
Oh my God.
You've done. You've come close the last couple of years, and now you get to play in your college NCAA championships, and now you have nothing. You don't know how you finished.
Yeah, and that jabroni just walks out on the steps and just says, "Oh, we
Who is in charge? Does the NCAA have like a Roger Goodell? Do they have a figurehead?
No, that's
Because
all
I
committee.
just picture him as like Mr. Burns from
They
The
actually
Simpsons.
might. We just don't know who he is.
Just like in it, like doesn't
Lurking,
leave his office.
maybe.
He probably do. He doesn't leave his office. He's got a oak desk, bunch of bourbon. He just sits there and drinks all day.
He
No,
says-
I'm not signing this.
How can I fuck
And he
these
says, "How
kids
can I
this
fuck
week?"
up?" Yeah,
Yeah. And also, to your point, that guy was a loser.
loser.
Yeah, jabroni.
Loser. The hand on his heart, like, didn't look like he could have cared less.
No, he was very matter of fact, like very
Yeah.
short.
And then they start complaining. You just walk in, coward,
Yeah, that was
coward.
brutal. I
So
don't know.
silly. Those poor girls, dude. You play your whole life, playing golf your whole life.
Like,
You're 22
figure
years
it out
old.
on the fly. They made
Those
March
seniors,
Madness
dude, that's
happen
just
in
like-
COVID.
And they,
Yeah.
but they're friggin' screwing the women over.
Yeah.
They got a one weight rack, and now they don't even get to play the golf.
I
no.
know, dude. That was. I don't mean to laugh, but it was fucking laughable. What they
I'd say
tried
that
to
was
do.
our tea time for sure.
Yeah,
everyone's
absolutely.
strong
That's our tea
opinion
time.
about that.
I mean, it's fucking brutal. NCAA, figure it out, and also let the players get paid for their likeness so I can play NCAA video games. The official World Golf Ranking. This is a lot of words, and I don't mean to be boring, but we need to figure this out. A common question, like right now, Jordan Spieth is playing statistically the best golf on the planet since the season started. He's gaining strokes in every category. He's won. He's got placement finishes. The next guy's like Daniel Berger. There's other guys like that.
Yeah, Corey Connors.
They're all in the 20s, those guys.
Yeah.
So the way this works is this. Official tournaments from eligible golf tours. There was a long list of them. You can imagine the Asian Tour, European, PGA. There's some other sort of smaller ones in Europe. How you doing over there, Jay? That also matter. As well as major championships, World Golf Championships, WGC events, the Olympics, or the World Cup of Golf are eligible for ranking points. So every tournament is assessed a number of ranking points. When you win, I believe it's 24. So you win, you get 24
That's
points.
standard.
That was
Any
standard.
tournament.
Any tournament. On the PGA or the European Tour.
Okay.
The other tours that count towards rankings, the winnings are for less. Like the Asian Tour, I think, is like 18. Like, there's another tour in Europe that's escaping me. It's like in the Mediterranean that's like lesser. So basically saying the PGA and the European Tour are the hardest to win on. You get the most points.
Yeah.
Any player competing in these tournaments receives world ranking points subject to their finish, like we just said, in accordance with these two things. These are important. Tournament strength of field, and the player's finishing position. So those are the two things that they take into account with the points that you get. Like, I don't even know, like, what's a real, like, the players gives you a better strength of field than, like, the Byron Nelson.
Yeah.
So you can get, by not winning, you can get better points there.
But
Yeah, that makes
the
sense.
win is standard
The win-
points. It's everything else that would fluctuate based
Correct.
on.
And you get the other points, too, based on the strength of field, right? So you get your 24 points for the win, and your strength of field, you
Plus
get points
more?
for that, too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The world ranking points for each player are accumulated over a 2-year rolling period. So this is why Jordan's probably not in the top 5.
Yeah, last year was top.
So, and this is why DJ, despite having played like completely average golf, is still number 1. Because 2 years ago, he was finishing top
everything.
he won everything, and he was finishing like top 5 and
2
everything.
years is like silly, no? Like
It's a long time.
But it goes like this. There's a little caveat. Did I put it in there? Yes. Okay. So over the 2-year thing, you get more points, a period with points awarded for each tournament maintained for a 13-week period to place emphasis on recent performances. So it's that 2 years is based in 13 weeks and then 91 weeks.
What an arbitrary numbers to pick.
Yeah, it's 4 months. Just say 4 months.
I mean, at this point, I don't know what's happening.
What I'm saying is, so it's a 2-year period of how they rank it.
13 weeks?
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm
just
saying.
4 months or a little more.
months.
Yeah, 3 months, right?
But why
Yeah,
3
3
months? I
months.
don't even get that either.
So to put an emphasis on the guy playing really good as of lately gets a little more points.
Which is
you
why
can't-
Jordan's climbing so
Correct.
fast.
Whatever.
Correct. And the rest of the 91 weeks are put in equal decrements. So a tournament you won literally 2 years ago doesn't count as much now as one that you won like last week.
Okay.
If that's what they're trying to say.
Okay.
There's a minimum number of tournaments you have to play in, 40 tournaments over 2 years, and they take in max your last 52. And the 4 majors, the Masters, US Open, the Open, and the PGA are all rated separately, and you get 100 first place points. And players who compete in all 4, so just make the cut at a major, and you get more ranking points.
4 times that of a normal?
Yeah.
That seems... I mean, I would think double is fair, right?
So like the year Brooks won 2
Two,
majors, he's just never going to leave the top
Unstoppable.
10. Yeah.
No, yeah, and he won
So this year-
back-to-back PGA championships
Yeah.
too.
Which is what happens. So now I have an understanding. These guys that are really hot for half a year but then fall off, they don't lose that ranking because it's still counted in their last 2 years.
Yeah, okay. All right. This actually cleared a lot of things up for me.
It did. And now you see why Ricky has gone into like the 90s, or it might even be 100 now, because he hasn't won in 2 years.
Oh, Rick, what are you doing, bud?
So it's sort of an interesting thing. I know that was something we were curious about. Hopefully you guys at home found that a little bit interesting. I at least did, because when they talk about it online or on TV, they're like, and he's 13th in the world. I'm like, this guy hasn't made a cut in months.
Yeah.
But that's why. So it all compounds over 2 years. And they take your number of points divided by the number of events, and that's how you get your actual ranking.
Oh, okay.
So
like that.
no one no one that plays just 40 is at a disadvantage to someone that can play max of 52.
Yeah. All right. No weeks off. You don't get any points for being a hard worker.
No, that's right. And there is Rangefinders being used this week at the PGA Championship. And I'd like to tell you guys about another rangefinder that just arrived to my household that I will be using this weekend. And that is the Pinned Golf Ace rangefinder. I mean, the thing is very high tech. I read the manual. I charged it up. One charge gives this thing 30-something tournaments. And it's like a 45 to an hour long charge.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a really cool ball marker, which I will be using. A thing for the lens. It's got an LED screen. The technology is just as much as these ones that cost $400 or $500, but this one doesn't. It's not going to break your bank.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the advertisements for them everywhere because it's legit. Like,
I mean,
the value is kind of.
The Scramble podcast took them on as a sponsor, and now look.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to. I'm just connecting dots.
Yeah.
Correlations.
Yeah.
We're big stats guys here. They're trending because they had a great performance on the Scramble.
Yeah.
I think you guys are gonna like it too. You can use promo code what at checkout.
Scramble.
And how do you spell that?
I spelled it last week.
Go ahead. I just want to check.
SCRAMBLE.
That's
job.
right.
I
Great
get
job.
nervous every
Promo
time.
code Scramble at checkout for $25 off your order, and that's not just from the Rangefinder. You can anything you order from them, $25 off. We're excited to have them as a partner with the podcast. Shout out to Pinned Golf. Pinned Golf, always dialed in.
All right, everybody. Now that all that fun stuff is over, let's get into what we're here for. PGA Championship Week, second major of the year, Kiawah Island Ocean Course, number 4 course in the United States. You could argue one of a top 10 course in the world. It's arguable, I think. The course this week is a par 72, and it's playing 7,876 yards. That is ridiculous. It's the longest
That's just
course in major history.
I would shoot 150 at this place.
I can't even believe that it's that long. I almost didn't believe it. And then I looked up the top 5, and number 4 was the PGA Championship at Kiawah in 2012. And they were just were unsatisfied with being the 4th biggest at that point. And I think in 2012 when that happened, it was the biggest at that time. And then the U.S. Open was like, we got this. And then they're taking it back. Kiawah's taking it back.
The U.S. Open's the one people always complain about being too hard.
Way
right?
too hard. I love that. The U.S. Open's my favorite one. The 2 U.S. Open courses were Erin Hills and Chamber Bay. 2 also great courses. Erin Hills being actually a course comp to Kiawah this week. Just big shock here. Okay, do you guys want to take a guess at who designed this course? Just
It's either Tim's guy, Tom Weisskopf, or it's a guy that went on a run early in the show.
Peter Dye. He's got every course on the PGA he must have some sort of deal with the PGA where you can only play on my courses.
I did see that in the description for the Ocean course. Sorry, I keep cutting you off,
No,
but
it's okay.
it says Pete and Alice Dye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Him and his wife. This was the only course he teamed up with his wife, and she didn't really lay the holes out and the traps and where the water will come into play.
Just suggestions, right?
What her big thing, which actually changes the whole course, was he was going to have the fairway sunk below the sand dunes, so it was a little bit safer, a little bit protected from the wind. And she goes, "Why would you do that? Why don't you elevate the fairways and then from every hole you can see the ocean?" And it's just a breathtaking course, and it she made it
Good call, Alice.
infinitely times harder. She let the wind be a huge factor into this tournament, which I like. So thank you, Alice. You're a saint.
Shout out to Alice Dye.
And when Dye was designing this course, he sort of built the 9, the front 9, back 9, so that the wind can it's not going to affect all 18 holes. So the the front is more beneficial for east winds, and the back is beneficial for west winds. So depending on which way you're coming in,
Oh, what time of day? Yep.
It's going to be different. This has the most seaside holes in the northern hemisphere, which is
That's wild.
crazy.
Huh.
It isn't
Can
Doing
average
this-
people play this?
I think average people do play it.
Oh, they
I
do.
don't know how good they do, but they play it. I just was just shocked by this course. I loved researching it. I loved looking at pictures of it. It was really cool. And Pete Dye has a little blurb on the Kiawah Island Ocean Course website under each hole describing what he was going for and where's safe, what's not safe. It was cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
He actually even said, "I would have bent down on my knees and begged to be able to build a golf course on this land."
Imagine that. A golf course bringing you to your knees.
Yeah, just 100%. And the crazy thing too is this course was built for a tournament. It's the only course really to be built for a tournament. It was the 1991 Ryder Cup. So this would have been a cool event to be there in 1991. 1991 was a good year. John Daly won the PGA Championship that year. Imagine when he was buzzing.
Dude, he could have had a million majors if golf was only 14 holes.
Yeah. You're right. Or if there's no dress code rules on there.
Not back then. I don't think so.
No,
Or even now.
yeah, I don't know. But if he just wasn't allowed to wear a shirt, that was very restricting, I think. I think the shirt was restricting his game.
I think at the club he owns in Arkansas, he doesn't wear a shirt when he golfs.
I believe it. He looks
Yeah.
like Santa Claus now.
Yeah.
And he's playing this week, everybody. 1,001. Take him.
Take him.
All right. But this course is unlike any other course. This wind is going to be a huge factor, depending on how it's blowing. And the forecast right now is saying that it will be blowing at least over 10 miles per hour every day. Depending on which direction it's coming from, it's either less horrible, manageable, whatever. It's so strong, I saw, that it could make you have, like, this is probably for normal players, but you'd have to club up 8 clubs.
So you're saying I could take a hole that was, a pitching wedge and hit a 4-iron?
Yeah. Like, I was reading this and I had to, like, double check it,
Or
but it was on the
sand
it was
wedge?
on their course, like, website, like, for the PGA
driver
Championship.
from
That's what I'm
7
saying.
iron.
Well,
yeah, 185, take out the driver.
So I'll get into it in a little bit, but, like, hole 17 is the monster on this course. Like, that's the hole that's going to win you this tournament.
Wyndham Clark got a home one there today.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, that's crazy
Yeah.
because the winds. Like I was listening to a caddy interview he's caddying for one of the pros that's playing in this tournament. So for this tournament, there's like 20 PGA pros that get to play. Like, I don't know, whatever your local course is, that PGA pro could play in this theoretically. Probably wouldn't, but
okay.
he could. So there's 20 in this field that are playing, and the caddy I was listening to. He was caddying for one of those pros, and he was playing with Denny McCarthy and a few other guys. It's a 220-yard hole, and Denny was just ripping his 3-wood.
So I could play like 260.
He's just, it's like, the hole's ridiculous. And he was talking, and so it's all carry. It's all over water. There's 2 bunkers on the left-hand side, and then the green is just almost like 17 at Sawgrass, but like only half encompassed by water.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that you will see almost every player, if the wind's blowing in your face, that they'll just straight up not even look at the green.
They'll
Just
just
hit the
hill
bunkers.
behind it.
They'll
Yeah,
just hit
oh,
the
the
bunkers. They're going to hit the bunkers and just hope that it sticks in there. Because if you go long, you're in the fescue. Like, you just got to be, it's a ridiculous hole. Other than like the wind and stuff, it is a Pete Dye course still. We can't forget about that. Approach around the green is going to be important. All about, getting it on in regulation. Like, I saw the greens were described as volcano-like. So
good.
when you're on them, it's not that bad, but they're just filled with false fronts and backs. Like, they're going to fall off. And right now, that caddy was saying that the course, they're firmed up, the greens. The fairways aren't too bad right now. They're a little soft, but the greens are firm.
Well, hopefully it keeps people low.
Yeah. And then what I like most about this course is that it's sort of a links course.
I would categorize as that.
Yeah. Like they said links E, like a little bit linksy, because it's a different type of grass. It's called paramoose. I don't know how to say the word. It's paspalum. Paspalum. It's a seaside grass. They have it specifically for courses really close to the ocean, so the salt air doesn't destroy it. But it's really sticky. It's super sticky, and it's apparently very easy to putt off of because there's like for pros, not for us, but there's no grain in the green. So what you read, like what you see, is how the ball is going to roll. It's going to roll true. So if you're looking at guys, like Andy always says, make one good breaking stack could be putting. Guys who roll the ball well, they could really do well.
I believe Victor Hovland has 2 wins on
Victor
Paspalum.
Hovland
2 wins.
does have 2 wins on Paspalum. Those are his only 2 career wins.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's hot.
And at
right
windy
now.
course at Mayakoba.
Yeah. Oh. We'll get into Victor.
All right,
we'll get
good.
into Victor later on.
Okay, just wanted to, I heard that on the Golf Channel today. I wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. So these fairways on this course they're pretty open. The problem being is that when you go too far, you're friggin' screwed. You have a bigger landing area than most, but if you hit an errant shot, you're in the fescue. You have to really scramble to save that.
Bryson, are you listening, buddy?
Yeah, literally.
That's for you.
Maybe don't be a hardo this week, yeah?
Yeah. So, every fairway is also elevated. Like I said, the wind is going to be a major factor, and it's going to be a fun tournament. I really do think so. I really think that this score isn't going to get too outrageous for the winner.
Stars are playing well.
Stars are playing well. Everything is rolling for the PGA Championship. And then, quick little weather update for you. Not a weatherman, but I can look up weather.com. It's going to be nice all week, temperature-wise. No rain. We're not going to get any of those 2.5-hour delays. No more Hideki doing whatever he's doing in his car, getting 8 under when he comes out of his car. None of that. None of that ridiculousness. You're rolling with what you got. The only problem is that there will be wind. It might not be outrageous, but it's going to be blowing over 10 miles per hour all week. And
There will be blood.
That's ridiculous. That caddy was saying that Thursday and Friday are looking like it's going to be an easterly wind. So that makes holes 5 through 13 all downwind. So the guys are going to be bombing it. And he said, like, he played it today. He said when you hit the ball, like when you land on the fairway, it runs forever. But conversely, 14 through 18 and 1 through 4 are just directly in the face. And those are the hardest holes in the course. So it's going to be wild. And then if a wind just happens to come from the north or south, that's a crosswind on every hole. So then everything's just throw it, Bryson. Like you said, Bryson, just throw all your data away.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely anything can happen. Do you think we should talk about the past champions, because this course hasn't been played since 2012?
No, I just had those in there.
I just was thinking, because I personally don't think that
No.
weighs as much this week, because this is the first time this course has been played since 2012 on tour.
The only one that matters is that Rory won here in 2012.
Yeah, but isn't that like for such a renowned, beautiful, tough course that could really be a U.S. Open course? Why is it never played?
It doesn't
why isn't
have
there a tournament there?
Yeah, is it? I don't know. It must be something with the actual course itself. Like they don't have like a partnering someone to
They're not
have a
like
tournament.
they're not like PGA or like TPC, whatever.
Yeah, or even like they don't have a relationship with a company that puts on a tournament, because at this point in the PGA, like there are no new tournaments. That makes any sense. Like it's pretty set in stone, the number and what they are.
Yeah, but like it'd be cool if
something should rotate there. I agree with you.
Yeah, like the AT&T Byron Nelson gets that. I'm not saying it's a bad course, but it gets like a
Well, that's gotta be in Texas.
For them, it's like an amateur course for pros. Rotate, like I'm with you. Rotate
so like
something onto Kiawah.
So I'm thinking something in North Carolina or South Carolina or even like Georgia can rotate to Kiawah.
Absolutely. And it's gonna be it's gonna be gorgeous to watch on TV. The ocean is on like every hole.
I know you're our resident South Carolina guy.
I can't wait. I'm like literally so excited for this. It's unbelievable. Like when I said at the beginning of the show, I'm rolling. I'm ready to go. It's because of this course.
I love it.
Course is gorgeous.
So what stats did you guys look at this week?
Me, I looked at strokes gained approach. I think scrambling is going to be huge. So I took strokes gained around the green. I used that for my scrambling, because the scrambling stat is sort of like a historical stat, I don't know how I feel about that one yet. And then I got strokes gained tee to green, bogey avoidance, because I think this week is not going to be a real low number to win, and you got to get guys who avoid those big blow-ups. There's long par fours. So I like par 4 scoring. There's 8 par 4s between 450 and 500 yards. And then I have driving accuracy, because, like we mentioned earlier, if you're in that fescue, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Like Hugh Brooks, your knee's going to be bummed.
I mean, it's kind of really bad if he gets hurt. We're like, get hurt. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying, be careful. I went with strokes gained approach as well. I think that's the most important stat, especially on a Pete Dye course where your approach shot needs to hit and stay on the green. Tee to green, I said I didn't take so much off the tee, just so much that it kind of goes hand in hand with greens and reg and fairway percentage, like the three of those to me. Around the green, I 100% agree with you. If you're missing, like a guy like Patrick Reed here is very valuable.
Yeah.
Where he can get out of those shitty lies around the green and still make pars.
He popped up big in my bogey avoidance. He doesn't blow up.
My only concern with him would be off the tee, but, just has to find fairways, doesn't have to bomb it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys also take the wind probably will help with that, but I think a lot of guys take less than driver this week to hit the fairway.
Yeah.
And then I took greens in regulation and fairway percentage, coupled that with recent form. Not a stat to literally measure per se, but when I was looking at guys that I liked with those background stats that popped up in like the models, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to click on them and see how recently, because Kiawah playing this long, this difficult with the wind is not a course where a guy is, to me, suddenly going to figure it out.
Yeah.
So a guy in not good form is not going to come here and play out of his mind. Like the bad form is going to continue. Like last week in McKinney at Craig Ranch, that's a week where you playing bad and you can maybe figure it out, have a good week. But this week is not that week, so that's why I mentioned recent form.
Yeah, I like that.
I agree. I think I had a lot of the same as what you guys said, but I didn't take approach into consideration as much. So off the tee, around the green, scrambling, approach 200 plus, and then 175 to 200, and driving distance.
You like distance?
Yeah. So like this is what I'm wrestling with. So this is when we look at these numbers, like strokes gained numbers. We just played on a course that guys were going 25 under on. It wasn't nearly as long. And you get those stats factored into something like this. Like, one, I want guys who show up at major championships. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why the best players in the world win those events as opposed to the smaller ones. And I want guys who... So, like, we take those approach stats. Some of these approaches that these guys are hitting are on straight fairways with no wind. Like, take last week for, Thursday through Saturday, for an example. So, like, I don't know. I have a hard time with stats on, like, when you're going into the hardest course that nobody's played since 2012. Like, I feel like you're going to have to get around the green or going to have to play well around the greens. I don't think people are going to be hitting a bunch of greens in reg.
Yeah, it's
no matter how good you are at them normally with all the wind and stuff. So, I don't know. Stats were is a little bit more difficult for me to decipher this week, I think.
I wish there was a stat about who's really good at keeping the ball low. Like
I looked that up.
Is there a stat?
Guys from Texas.
Or Ireland and England.
So Spieth had a quote in 2015 before Whistling Straits, and he was like, I'm actually hoping for win this week. Like us Texans, we have lower ball flights, so that plays to our advantage. And then like anybody who plays in Europe. So I think 7 out of the 10 top 10 finishers in 2012 were from Europe.
Yeah.
So that's telling.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's get into our bets, I guess. So we're going to do it a little different this week. We're going to go around and say like all of our outrights and then go to top 20s, matchups, that sort of thing. So let's start with outrights. Andy, you want to kick us off?
Oh, sure. Okay, so I will admit, for the sake of the show, today I put 1.5 units on Jordan to win at 14-1.
Wonderful.
I will also admit that weeks ago I put a lot of money on him to win at 18-1.
Nice.
So, but for our show card, because this is what we do, you make the bets for the show and we come tell you, I have 1.5 units at 14-1.
All right, I love that.
If he wins,
Honesty.
I'm going to brag about the other amount, but if he loses, I'm only saying I lost 1.5 units.
Okay.
That's how this works.
I respect that.
That's smart. Smart to clarify.
Yeah. I got JT at 11-1 for 0.5 unit and Danny Berger 0.5 unit at 25-1.
Okay.
I like it.
I don't mind those.
It's a major. I don't trust, like, anybody can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's also hard that like the major sports books, like with matchups and like they push the big guys.
Dude, they figured us out.
Yeah, they push the big guys.
Someone in Vegas was like, the Scramble podcast is exploiting matchups, so now we're only going to put guys that are the exact same like skill
we were at
level.
77% like 5 weeks in.
Yeah, I think now we might be down to 72%.
Yeah.
Man, we suck.
Yeah.
All right, my outrights.
Yeah.
I got Victor Hovland,
Yep.
16-1.
Nice.
I don't
like
even
that.
think I need to even tell you all why I have Victor
I might have
Hovland.
to add that. I'm feeling out of it.
He's got roughly like, 3,000 top 10 finishes in the last 2 weeks?
Like in a row, and he's top 10 and like or minimum top 15 in every major stat.
Yeah.
In golf.
That's awesome.
I don't know, and I just freaking love him. And this could be his week.
Look at me
He
succumbing
loves
to peer pressure.
He loves the pally grass.
Papsalum.
Loves the Papsalum grass. Loves that grass. He's gonna go off. All right, and then my other outright is 125-1. It's a bit outrageous, but this was going off the eye test. Robert McIntyre.
Oh my God.
Dude, Bobby Mack. I
Bobby
don't know.
Mack. The return of the Mack. He is.
He is Swedish. No, wrong.
Scottish.
Begins with an S, huh?
He's like, honestly, here are some of his stats. First off, you said you wanted to weigh in
Yeah.
recent form.
Yeah.
He just finished 8th at the British Masters, and that 8th was like he left one eagle putt 1/8 of an inch short to drop, and then there was a par 3 that his tee shot like missed kerplunking by like 1 inch too high. It ripped the pin and shot like back almost into the water, so he had an impossible second shot. He was there to win that. Then we'll go to the American Masters. He finished 12th. The World Golf Classic Dell Technologies, he finished 9th.
Okay.
For the European Tour, he's 2nd in greens regulation, 8th strokes gained total, 15th off the tee, 39th approach, 13th in scrambling, and 21st in par 4 scoring. I love this guy, first off, just off the eye test.
He's coming from Europe, though.
But he can play these wins. He was born in these wins. He was born into these
No
wins.
jet lag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just played a very stressful British Masters.
He was born for this.
Okay.
I'm not wavering off my
I
Bobby
mean, that
Mack.
was a fantastic sales
Yeah.
pitch. Probably 9 out of 10.
I love Bobby, dude.
If I had any money left in my book to put bets on, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Andy's a lefty, which
Yeah.
I don't know if that matters, but for me, for some reason, every time I've played with somebody that's a lefty in the wind, they can like cut it under. I don't understand how it works.
Cough, cough, Brian Harmon.
Cough, cough, Brian Harmon.
The work
Exactly.
book.
See,
The
like,
workman.
listen, people, don't take me saying lefties are better in the wind. That's not a fact. That's just my anecdote
we could
that I
start
just
that.
decided.
Yeah.
Lefties are better in the wind. Bobby Mack's a lefty.
Oh, it's a windy
Nice.
day. Play lefty.
He's gonna go off. He's gonna
All
go
right.
off.
It's going to be difficult to follow that up.
Who are yours, Tim?
All right, so it's no secret. The first one is Jordan. I
Let's
got
go.
him at plus 5,000 4 months ago, maybe, for 4 units. So 10 grand
Let's go.
possibility here. I am fired up.
I mean, what are we? If he wins, because I got some units on him too.
Yeah.
So if he wins, what are we doing?
Okay, I have to
The
take him
Palazzo,
outright.
which is the best hotel in Vegas. Palazzo.
Really?
Yeah.
I've stayed at the.
Connected to the Venetian.
Oh, okay.
Actually, for the sake of you two, I'm not gonna bet him because the last time two.
Yeah,
you
no.
had him-
Yeah.
I won't. No,
And
I want to, but I won't.
I
want to,
under,
but I
like
won't.
I would be skeptical listening to us because like, oh, these losers just love Jordan Spieth, whatever.
He's-
Last 20 rounds, he's gaining almost a stroke in 3/4 on approach. He's 5th in the field in scrambling. He's gaining almost 2.5 total strokes over the last 20 rounds. Last 4 starts, 9th, 3rd, 1st, 9th. He's on record saying he likes the grass. He likes the wind because he has that lower ball flight that we just talked about. He likes the linksy courses. And this will complete his career Grand Slam
Yeah.
of all 4 majors.
People are gonna hate us because I'm just not gonna stop posting about it. If you
No,
guys-
that's fair. And
I'll get him tattooed.
to
I
help
don't
to
know.
help your stat, he's the only person gaining over 2 strokes.
Yeah.
It's literally just him.
Yeah, it's like 2.12, and
He's
DB
literally-
though, like 1.98 or
he's
something.
close.
Though. Yeah,
DB
he's
was
close.
firing darts on Sunday.
which is why I feel good about him.
He just scares me a little bit around the greens.
Okay.
But
What's next?
I got half a unit each on the next 2 guys. Matt Jones, 125.
Okay,
I
to
like
1.
Matt Jones. I
Okay,
like Matt
okay.
Jones.
Yeah. No, well, hey,
What is this?
Another guy from Europe. Last 20 rounds, again, I focused on very recent form for this. 16th in the field in driving distance. I think that's important. He's only gaining like 1/4 of a stroke on approach, but that's been trending upwards. He's 4th around the greens, 27th in birdies. This is one of those. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, I like it. I've liked
think
Matt
he's got a
Jones.
chance.
I bet him a couple times since the show started,
Yeah.
and I've hit both of them.
Probably less than 1% chance. Which is
Okay.
the odd show. Last one, Tony Bologne Fino.
Let's go,
Dude,
This is a majors specific pick. He has 8 top 10s in the last 12 majors. He always shows up for these events. I understand he hasn't won them, and he's got a bazillion second places, but he's plus 3,000.
Yeah, that's rude.
is
For
it?
me, I've seen 3,500. I've
Yeah, I
seen
think
2,800.
DraftKings has him at 32.
So this is again just a.
But they know he's a top 10 guy.
At the end of the day, Jordan wins this tournament probably pretty handily, like 2 or 3 strokes. But I'm gonna throw these
Actually,
out there just
it's
in
2
case.
strokes. Actually,
2
if we're being
strokes. It's 2
specific. Yep.
strokes. All right, let's go to top 20s, Andy.
Oh, wait, no, whoa.
Whoa.
What?
Andy's got some top 5s, don't you?
Top
Yeah,
5s.
I
I
also-
thought we agreed those were a trap.
They are.
But we
Okay.
still have some.
I retroactively I bet these and then was like, damn it, I fell
Do we
for the
put a
trap
warning
again.
out on the card like don't bet these?
But if they hit, bet them.
But the I like that.
Don't follow me unless it's gonna hit.
Don't follow.
Wait,
Andy
do you guys
Kelly.
have top 5s or top 10s?
I have one top 5.
No,
I have a top 10. I have two top 10s.
Okay, so I'll start with fives.
Yeah.
We'll go 5, 5, 10, 10. Okay. My top fives, I only have two for half a unit each. JT and John Rahm, both plus 240.
Wow. I have John Rahm as my solo. I'm not doing that other one. I have John Rahm.
No,
as
say
my
it out loud. That's
no,
not
no.
how this works.
No.
That's not how this works.
Oh, I won't bet it
Well, why? Why'd you write it down?
because he hit 19 fairways in 72 holes, and I don't think that's going to work on this course.
not.
I just saw that
No,
stat. I
well,
saw that stat after.
But that goes back to my around the green thing. Rory said after that 2012 win in
Fucking fine.
Kiawah, that was the best he's ever played around the green.
Fuck it, fine. I'm back. Rory top 5 and Rahm top 5. I got Rahm at plus 285.
What?
I like that more.
I got chipped. Yeah.
And Rory's plus 250.
Top 5, yeah. Well, because it's a trap bet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a
Half a unit.
Yeah.
Half a
Okay.
unit.
My top 10s are these. I'm more confident in these. Jordan Spieth, plus 140. Any objections?
I mean, he's gonna win the tournament.
Yeah.
Not
it's
objective.
So that's more of like when he wins, I'll also get
Yeah.
the top 10 money. Like, thanks. Patrick Reed, plus 280.
Ooh.
I think I'm normally a hater of him, but I think this is good for him. This is a good golf course
I'm
for
on
him.
Patrick Reed this
Yeah,
He's like Tony Fino. He gets up for the big ones.
he does. And my last one is a guy that I wished played freaking 2 weeks ago, and he withdrew, is Webb Simpson. I think Webb plays well here, too.
Webby.
He was just so high in every model that I did.
Yeah, me too.
He's high in every model I ever run ever.
He's an approach.
feel like-
He's an approach and around the green guy. That's why.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Those are my 10s.
I have two 10s. Victor Hovland.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't win, he's definitely coming to the top 10.
Whoa,
And then-
whoa.
The next one is a little wild. Xander Schauffele.
The X-Man, dude.
X-Man.
Welcome to the club.
Plus 175.
You sure you can do it?
You're an X-Man guy now?
I'm an X-Man guy. Dude,
Yeah.
I think, okay,
What's the rationale here? Because he's an off the tee guy.
listen, in my models, he was fine. He's 6th in driving distance
Yeah.
on
he's
tour,
like
which
5'10".
for a little guy was shocking to me.
Hey, 5'10's not that short.
But listen, I believe
Sorry.
He's a short king.
Sorry. Yeah, short king.
I believe that Xander Schauffele's an athlete, right?
I would agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
The way that Masters finished has to be irking the shit out of him. Like if I still wouldn't be able to sleep
Yeah.
if I put that in the water.
Yeah.
Or it'll haunt him.
No.
Okay.
No, he's a competitor. This course, Tim, you're the biggest X-Man truther. His around the green and putting is unbelievable.
Probably, if you combine the two stats, he might be probably like the 4th or 5th best.
Yeah. I just think he's got it. Top 10.
Dude, Tim's head's going to
175.
explode if
This is
Xander and
awesome
Tony
stuff.
are in the last group.
This is great stuff.
I like him this week.
All right. Tim, why don't you start off the 20s then?
Yeah, I'll start it off with Xander.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, minus 115. Everyone knows I was going to bet him. Come on. Like you said, 6th in the field in driving distance. Good form. 14th at the WFC, 11th at the Zurich, 3rd at the Masters. In the PGA Championship specifically, and I know this is like kind of a throwaway stat, he's improved every year since 2017. But again, less about the course and more about the fact that he gets up for these events. So I like him. Minus 115, top 20. I got Jordan Spieth. Oh, by the way, every bet from here on out is 2 units.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Tim's card isn't as big,
But
but
it's
the
like
units are
40
there.
units
It's
worth.
beefy.
yeah.
It's thick.
I got Jordan. I won't harp on that. And then I got Tony again. Again, the majors thing, the length. 9th in Eagles on tour. And he's been a better scrambler the last 20 rounds than the last 50. So those are my 3 top 20s.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I got Cam Smith, top 20 plus 140.
Okay, you know what? I am not sold on him this week.
I'm not either.
Don't have to be. That's okay because I am.
What's your reasoning?
He won the Zurich, 9th at RBC, 10th at the Masters, 28th World Golf Classic,
he a
17th
win
at
guy?
the Players, 11th at the Workday, 4th at the Genesis. Those
He's
are
an
his last.
Australian guy.
I know.
Do they
no.
have wind down there?
No, it's all
Yes,
dry.
that's
Wind down under?
I don't know.
not true.
I've never
he
been.
actually does play well in the wind. The same Mark Leishman and Cam Smith. I read an article about them both. Like they grew up playing link style courses in the wind. I love them both.
I don't believe
Did you just hear those finishes? His last
I know,
PGA
I know.
Tour
No,
finishes.
I get it.
I'm thinking more.
I'm not betting him to win, just
His
top
game.
20.
Okay,
He's,
cool.
he's 4th in the field around the green. He's 3rd in strokes gained total. He's gaining strokes in approach. He's got.
Okay.
I'm not
with you.
I'm not
No, I
ready
like
to
the
fade
guy.
him.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just not ready to fade him.
Okay.
That's my play.
Keep going.
These next two, I'm gonna throw it out there. These are gut plays. I don't have many top 20s this week. They kind of scored me last week. I wasn't feel too good about them. Shane Lowry.
Love that.
Plus
pick.
Sugar.
300.
I love Sugar Shane this week.
Shane plus 300 top 20. He's gaining strokes and everything but putting, but these greens seem to be a little bit easier to putt on. And I even wrote that Tim doesn't believe in putting, so that's okay. So he's gaining strokes and everything that matters. So that's
No, I actually think that so I guess it's like thicker, so you gotta put a little bit more oomph behind putts, and that takes a little bit of like the touchy feely out of it, and you can just hit it.
It's good for
Hit it how
beefier
you
guys,
want.
We
right?
should have looked at guys that miss putts long.
yeah.
That would have been a good
Is that a
stat.
stat?
If it
Yeah.
existed.
Jordan Spieth.
And then we get still, he won the Open in 2019 on a links course. He's from Ireland. He plays these kind of courses all the time, and he's good with approach.
I'm all in.
Fellow Strixon guy.
I love Shane Lowry. Like I said, people out
Sugar.
there, this is a gut pick. I love this guy. I think this course fits him. I'm playing it.
Okay.
The other one, I feel like I'm going to get some flack for this. Tommy Fleetwood plus 275 for the same exact rationale. His stats are almost equal to Shane Lowry's. And he's another guy, maybe not for the Masters this year, but he usually gets up for big tournaments. So like I said, not a lot of data back in this. He's slightly above average in all the strokes gained metrics. He's not in the best of form right now, but I think his growing up where he grew up plays factor into him being able to handle these wins and playing this linksy style course. I like his game when it's on.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
All
So,
right.
plus, and then my last one, Tony Fino.
Yep.
Plus 150.
Love that.
I mean, that's gonna hit. That should be your jacket pick.
It should be. I can't do it though, because then it'll lose.
Oh God.
Then it'll lose.
right.
No, listen,
That
I
is
can't not do a major without betting Tony Fino. It's just not how my
I know.
game works.
But
Yeah.
he's gonna finish.
Play your
in the-
game.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
factor into
Play
like
within yourself.
when I have like my bankroll, whatever you want to call like what you play with. I have like a separate like little allocation for my Tony bets.
Speaking of that, has the Celtics started yet? Because that's really gonna.
That's
affect
not until 9 o'clock.
Okay, yeah. What about the Hornets?
That started already.
This is a golf podcast. Sorry.
You're up.
Okay. Top 20s. All for a unit each. First one's not shocking. DB.
Yep.
Plus 110. My second one is a guy that's made me a lot of money and that I think needs to get out of bed. And if he's going to break into the A-list celebrity golfers this week, it's Corey Connors. I think Corey Connors to be the guy now, he's got to have a good week. That's plus 200.
What is going on with that? Like I saw on DraftKings, he's in the 7,000 range. He's one of the he's been like a 10,000 guy for a while. He's one of the most statistically consistent golfers, and he's cheap.
The only thing is he loses strokes putting, and that doesn't matter this week.
No, putting's not even real.
Another one that I have with some value. I'm going to ride him again. Harris English, top 20. He looked that course. Granted, very easy, but when it's really easy, I would expect you to be in the top of the leaderboard, which he was. Harris English's game fits all of this. He hits the ball pretty long. He can find fairways, and his approach game is fantastic. His irons are like his best asset right now. And he's a guy that's 21 in the world, I think, or 22 in the world.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know it.
No, I don't know anything
Plus
about
280 on that. Thanks for the value. And my last top 20 is the trash man, Charlie Hoffman. Plus 300.
Whoa. Okay.
One unit. I think he's playing very well. He hits the ball low. Good ball flight. He's inspired. He's talked about before. He's tired of coming in second.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a trash man.
I'm gonna segue that because I don't think you guys have them, but I have a bunch of top 40 bets.
Yeah.
Because
no,
they're
I don't
only
have those.
available during the majors, and that is awesome. How many people a ton of people can finish in the top 40.
Yeah.
So
That's basically make
I'll
the
start
cut,
it off with
right?
saying, yeah, pretty much. Charlie Hoffman plus 120.
Oh,
to
that's the easiest.
to
That
finish-
should be a jacket. Christ.
finish top 40.
All right.
And then I got Patrick Reed top 40 minus 140. That just seems like free money.
That's very
honestly.
free money.
I got Robert McIntyre plus 170 just to double down on because if he doesn't win, he's going to at least come in the top 40.
Okay.
HV3 top 40 plus 250.
Okay, he's a guy that was at the top of all my models, and I couldn't find a way. I got him in a matchup, but I like Harry Varner this week.
I like him this week, and I didn't want to bet him top 20 because, like I said, top 20's been scoring to me last week, and I was like, this could be a trap. So I'll just top 40 I love. Then I got this is for 2 units. It's based off that article I told you about earlier. Mark Leishman top 40
Okay.
is even money. I no jokes here. I bet him outright last week. I love that guy.
Oh yeah.
He literally said I grew up and was basically born into links courses. Not that this is officially a links course, but it's gonna play like one with this wind. 2 units, Mark Leishman, even money. Then I got 2 that I am only gonna do a half unit on because I just wanted to bet these 2 guys strictly. Garrick Higo, plus 170. He just won 2 tournaments on the European Tour. Another lefty. He's young. Everyone talks about him to be one of the next like big names in golf, like one of the young rising stars. It's his first time playing in the PGA Tour. Like I said, top 40. Not asking for a crazy amount from him. Just play like you've been playing. Give me a 35, T35. That's all I need.
Here go my ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I did this for Tim, and I think I did it because the hate that he's getting, I think he's bound to not suck eventually. Patrick Cantlay, top 40, minus 125.
I actually appreciate that.
Patrick Cantlay, top 40.
That was after you guys fought last week, that was a very heartwarming
thoughtful
moment.
bet.
Yeah.
Well, but legitimately, like, how long is he gonna suck?
I'm gonna let's just guarantee something that I have no control over. I'm getting him on this podcast because I want to talk to him. I think I can help him a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, he's still number 11 in the world. All his stats are fine. The only thing, okay, it's hard.
I don't even think he's worried about himself.
No, he's not.
He's gonna be fine.
Listen, it's hot. This is going to be the most outrageous statement I've ever said. He's missed 4 cuts in a row, but he's trending upwards. That makes no sense. But if you look at his data,
It does make sense.
he only he gained strokes in almost everything except approach, and he lost like 0.05 strokes. Like, he was basically like,
it felt like the
not-
last few weeks watching him, like, it's not that he's doing anything particularly bad. He's just not stringing it together on every hole. Like, an amateur golfer can relate to that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hit it one drive OB, the next hole you hit the drive in the fairway, and then your approach shot is 20 yards up the fairway after a chunk.
Yeah.
Not to that degree, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, he just...
Yeah, he feels like he's like one step away from just getting his game back.
Yeah.
That's why
He needs it if he wants to play on the Ryder Cup. He needs to figure it out.
to play him top 40.
I love that bet.
Okay. What else is left? I have some props
Matchups.
before you want to do matchups. Oh, okay.
Matchups.
Do you guys have props too?
I don't have props.
I have 2 props.
I do
Let's
as
do
well.
props.
We'll
Go
do
ahead,
props.
some props.
Fire
Some
off
props.
some props. What do you got?
All right, I have 2. Because this is a major, they offer a bunch of like fun stuff.
Yeah.
So there was an outright bet that you get 3 players to win.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was plus 400. So I have plus 400 for either Rory, Spieth, or Hovland to win this tournament.
That's unreal.
That encompasses, like, I wanted Spieth to win, but I didn't want to do him outright to give you guys bad juju. And Hovland was my pick, and Rory's this is his course.
Feels like a trap bet, but sick.
It's a prop.
Yeah.
I'm only
Props are traps.
Yeah.
All props are.
But I liked having
Except for a hole-in-one.
Like,
I would bet a hole-in-one every tournament.
dude. I was trying to look at that, and then there was props, but they were only specifically for the first round. Like, there was to make an eagle, and I was like, this
I had
guy
that
will make
too.
an eagle this week, but like, I don't know. He's gonna say round one.
Exactly.
And then my other prop is literally doubling down on the bet that I already made. It's that both Hovland and Schauffele will finish in the top 10 plus 700.
Wow.
I'm doing that one for a unit.
Seems like a trap, but
The other one was a half a unit. This one's a unit.
Okay.
Big trap.
My 2 props are this. Fun little one. Top lefty, Brian Harmon.
I would love to agree with you, but Bobby Mack is going to take this.
I don't know.
I think
down.
it might be the lefty.
Phil?
You think it's Phil?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. He keeps
Phil in
showing
his
these
matchup.
flashes.
Phil in his matchup against Steve Stricker is like Steve Stricker's like minus 150.
Yeah, Stricker might win the tournament.
Well, John Daly's going to
Finished like 7th in 2012.
So I got that plus 225 for a unit, and my favorite bet that should have hit last week, 2-stroke win margin plus 325.
That's gonna haunt you for weeks.
You have to play that until it wins.
Till
I
it
know,
hits.
but I feel like it's just like not gonna hit.
Dude, 2 strokes here, winner at 10 under, and the second guy at 8 under.
know.
That's gonna happen.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, someone start us off with matchups. I have a lot.
Mine are really easy to. I'll just
you
pump
just
through
rip
them. I
them
have Jordan Spieth against Justin Thomas plus 100. I have Jordan Spieth against Xander minus 115. I have Jordan Spieth against Rory plus 100. I have Jordan Spieth against John Rahm plus 105. 2 units each. So there's 4.
There's 4.
That is unreal.
I have Abraham Answer over Colin Morikawa. Matthew Wolf. He cursed Colin Morikawa. I'm gonna say that before the tournament starts.
So hard. I'm going after Tim.
Patrick Reed over Scotty Scheffler, -125. We touched on Patrick Reed earlier. I really like Patrick Reed this week.
Me too. I got that.
Scotty's been laying
Great
friggin' eggs
around the greens, and Scotty's on the downward trend. And I also have Tony over Scotty as well, -120.
I love all those.
If you tally up my bets and make a percentage, Jordan Spieth is half, 50%.
So Jordan
has a bad
misses
week,
the cut.
Yeah, you will not see me next week.
Tim is
not be
taking
here.
a break.
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump into it because I'm fading Colin Morikawa pretty hard this week.
Okay.
Strictly because
You guys are so cute. Now you agree.
strictly
great.
Strictly because we're back to being friends.
We're back.
Okay.
I think he's just like statistically, I think he's 72nd or 3rd in scrambling and around the green. I don't think you can. That's not going to win you this tournament. You're going to struggle. It doesn't matter. Like no matter what you do, if you can't play around these tough greens, you're just screwed.
I also think that his approach numbers, again, with this like such a long course, how is he going to do when those approaches are 1-2 more clubs longer than normal?
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
With anybody. I mean, it's just
everybody,
harder
yeah.
to hit a green, but for someone who relies specifically on that tee to green game, I think I don't know.
Yeah. So
I
I have Berger over Morikawa -120. I got Spieth over Morikawa +105. And I got Hovland over Morikawa -125. And then I also faded another player pretty hard, and that's Andy's favorite bag of milk, Bryson DeChambeau.
I got an absolute loser.
I got Rory over DeChambeau -115.
We really go after this guy, huh?
I got Cam.
If he wins, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit. I got Cam Smith over DeChambeau +115, and I got DJ over DeChambeau -105. I think DJ's getting overlooked. I think he could sneaky top 10. I didn't bet it. I think that made up knee issue is completely made up. He's doing backflips off his boat. He's fine. He could turn his game on at any point. And this isn't more like me liking DJ that much this week. It's more that -105 was the best value to bet against.
Technically, the
Bryson.
world's #1, by the way.
Yeah,
still,
so I'm not upset about that. It's -1. It's almost even.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also, Tim, have Spieth over JT. That's even. I got Cam Davis over Brendan Todd. Brendan Todd stinks right now. And I just literally was looking for
That
ways.
guy's so boring.
Low key, though, is this a Brendan Todd course?
It could be. I was looking for ways to fade him, and Cam Davis was the only bet offer. That's -125.
Yeah.
I got Keegan Bradley over Sergio, -120.
Oh, I have that as well.
Yeah, Keegan is
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Keegan is playing fantastic golf. He's a PGA Championship winner himself. And Sergio he's struggling right now. He's a little down. He's a little down in the dumps.
Yeah.
He's a little like you said earlier.
He should have played
Tee to
well.
green monster, though, who likes to wind. Something to consider.
So take that out. No, I like it. And then I got Bobby Mack over Grillo +105.
I'm also fading Grillo this week.
Yeah, I'm super high on Bobby Mack, so that was the only matchup offered for him. And he was plus money.
Hell yeah.
And I found one that I don't want any of you to do. This is for me and me alone, because that caddy interview, I wanted to bet on the PGA Pro that he was caddying for. So I got Beach over Ballo.
Rafa? Cabrera Bello? Or
No,
different
just
guy?
something Ballo.
I don't follow that at all. What happened?
Who's this guy?
So, like I said earlier, what's actually kind of crazy about this field, I don't know if you guys saw this, there's 152 players, right?
Yeah.
What's different now is that the top 70 make the cut. So a lot of people, like if you guys do DraftKings and stuff, you're going to get a lot of your six through. Like,
so
gonna
it's not
happen a lot.
65 this week.
No, it's 70, but you have all the defending champs, like you got VJ, Daly, all those guys playing.
Yeah.
So there's like 15 of those. Realistically, you could throw them out.
Yeah.
You know,
You know how I feel about VJ.
not necessarily,
God love you,
but
VJ.
so you could throw that out. And then there's another 20 players that are just PGA pros. They're not tour players. They just are allowed to play in the PGA
I get what
Championship.
you're saying.
So
Okay.
throw those 20 out. So you're down to 120 players. 70 top 70 and ties make the cut. So there's going to be a lot of people making the cut. I just picked a pro that I read about and over some guy that I'd never heard of, and it's -170. I'm just doing it. It's not great value, but
Okay.
clearly this guy's much better than the other guy.
It's a
It's
long
good strategy, actually.
Yeah.
So those are my matchups.
That's it?
Awesome.
All right. Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah, we
So
got
I
a
have-
laundry list up.
I have 15 of them.
We're gonna go over 120 for the first time.
Oh wow. I mean, we have one more segment after this too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But it's a major week.
PGA special.
Yeah. My first matchup is Jordan over Xander plus 120. He's gonna win, so Xander can't beat him.
I like
So
that.
that's how that works.
That's a 2 for bet. You and me.
Yep. I have Patrick Reed over Patrick Cantlay minus 120. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
But
No,
I think that seems logical.
Well, those both of ours can happen.
DB over Scotty. One of you have that?
No.
No. I got Danny Berger over Scotty Scheffler. We've already talked about Danny Berger. Scotty's sort of trending in the wrong direction right now. One that I am sort of against Cam on. I'm betting against Tommy Fleetwood. It's Terrell Hatton over Tommy Fleetwood.
Like that.
I don't hate that.
I like Terrell a lot this week.
He's another one of those guys.
Yeah.
He has the game to be one of the best players in the world.
He does.
Is he going to show up this week?
He's
I don't know.
Big time hothead.
Yeah.
Let's get hot, Terrell. Sugar Shane Lowry over Mark Leishman minus 130.
I love that, but I hate that at the same time.
Love Shane. It's hard to bet against Leishman, but I think Shane pulls that one out. I got Sam Burns over Max Homa. Sam Burns is playing very, very well, and Max Homa was horrible the last
but
time he
he's
played.
You know
good
who's
at golf.
Homa's got on the bag this week? Bones.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Still.
But still, yeah, I think that's minus 150. Not great value, but whatever. I got Honest Abe Answer over Joaquin Neiman, minus 125. I think Abe plays well this week, too. I was trying to fit him into top 20s or top 10s, but I had already had a couple by the time I found his name.
I
had to have one bet on him.
I almost wanted to do him outright just so at least the show gets the answer win.
Dude, but this is why I get so frustrated. Like, looking at that outright now, he's like 50-1 as opposed to like
Yeah.
25-30 you get every other week because you're at the PGA Championship with all the best players.
Yeah.
I think you should sprinkle a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sprinkling. You're right. Half of you.
I got the trash man, Charlie Hoffman, over Cam Tringale, minus 105.
Okay.
Everything I had on Cam Tringale when I ran that model of like my important stats, he was like in the middle and Charlie was at the very top. So I said, all right, that seems like logic so far and good value. Harris English over Ricky Fowler. It was the only bet that Ricky was featured in.
Love
that
that.
should be a super mega lock.
Yeah, maybe that should be my jacket.
Ricky just
At
comes
this
out.
point, I can't keep coming on the show and saying that it's Ricky's time. Like,
It's not.
It's no longer his time. It's gone.
What
We
little
tried.
credibility I have will be gone.
I also have Harris English over my other guy, the crack man, Jason Kokrak.
You don't like Kokrak?
I do, but I like Harris more.
Okay.
I was finding ways to bet on him.
You're an English guy now, I feel like.
Love him. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Brian Harmon over Matt Wallace, minus 130. Dude, Brian Harmon is gonna, no matter how windy it is, he's getting up in that
You're right. Wait,
in
lefty-
that crane, and he's putting his reflector vest on, and he's gonna go to work.
And
Yeah,
lefties are
lunchbox.
better in the wind.
It's got his
That's
lunchbox.
right. Keegan Bradley over Emiliano Grillo, minus 130 for a unit. Keegan's won here before. Played well here before, or has he won? I forget.
Over who?
Over Emiliano Grillo,
Okay.
who can't seem to find a fairway in the last couple weeks. And HV3 over Joel Dahman. Nothing against Joel Dahman because I like him a lot and he's playing pretty well, but HV3 seemed to be at the top of everything I could research.
Yeah,
I'd
me
love
too.
for him to break through. He is fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like HV3.
The last matchup I have, you guys, is strictly from Rick Run Good. Shout out to Rick. Is Antoine Rosner over John Catlin. This Rosner guy. It's when Rick ran the Rick ran when he did the tournament predictor 1,000 times. And if you click on top 20, this guy Rosner made the top 20 75% of the time,
That's awesome. And he's actually.
and it's the highest one in the tournament.
That's 3 out of every 4 for those counting at home.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
I
a
was-
lot.
So I was like, this guy must be good at something.
I was looking at the European Tour to get all my Bobby Mack stuff. I was looking at the European Tour strokes gain stuff. They have it on their website. He was right there with Bobby.
Yeah,
All
so
at
I
the
took
top.
him in a matchup, and I almost wish I got him in some sort of top 20 or top 40 would have been nice if I had that. But yeah, those are my matchups. Obviously, we'll give you guys the card because that's a lot to remember. Hopefully, you guys are sitting at your desks scribbling everything we're saying.
Writing every single note down.
Yeah, but that was a lot. But those were our bets, you guys. Now into everyone's favorite segment of the week. It's our jacket picks. Cam, start me off.
I'm doing for my jacket pick, Bobby Mack, top 40 plus 170. I just love him this week. I have to I'm just tripling down now.
Yeah, you really are.
I have way better,
Now,
probably more likely picks, but no, it's a lock.
I'm going to give mine just because Tim's is awesome, and I want that to be the last thing we talk about. So mine is Terrell Hatton, top 20 for plus 170. I think it'll be close, but I think he plays well. He's an English guy. He is in the top 10 of the world players. Like, he clearly can play. His best attributes are around the green and approach. Putting, not so much, but I don't think that matters. And he can crush a driver if he needs to. So,
Antoine Rosner, top 40 is plus 350.
That just
Top 40s again.
I know.
Really tasty.
They're not going to offer them next week because we figured them out.
I had a very specific strategy this week, and it was, you guys probably have double the number of bets as me.
Yeah.
But I want 2 units on these bets, and I condense my card down a lot. When we talk about the word lock, I want you to understand that this is another tier of lock. There are kinds of locks. This is not a padlock. This is a vault lock. Okay? This
Bank
is
vault.
But you're gonna have to be brave. Spieth to make the cut is minus 500. So I want you to go into your account, and I want you to do 10 times as much as you do on a normal bet, and it's gonna pay out 2. Right? So think of it as 10 to win 2. Don't just do 1, do 2. If Jordan Spieth misses this cut, I'll probably quit this podcast.
Tim might jump off a bridge.
Dude, that's a 10.
There's not a world that
loss.
there's not a world that happens though.
I agree with you.
Show me a world where Jordan Spieth misses this cut.
I don't see one.
You guys see how there was nobody talking there?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't exist. So that's what we're going with.
Wow.
Love it.
Okay. Those are our jacket picks, everybody. Now our last thing for everybody at home, we got probably another 5-10 minutes left, is we're going to talk about pool, because pool season.
Yeah, pool season.
We're going to help everybody out to win their pools.
That'd be awesome.
Because no one wins their pools. It's always, you're never the one that wins it. You just make a donation. Not this year. You're going to win your pool, everybody out there, this year. I've been invited, because I'm wicked cool, into a couple of pools, and these were the tiers that they had. It's been the same in the couple that I got asked for.
Yeah, this was the same in the 2 that I do too.
So what we're going to do is tier 1, you guys, is Bryson, Morikawa, DJ, John Rahm, JT, Patrick Reed, Rory, Terrell, Webb, and Xander. We haven't prepared this. Usually we have our notes. We don't. This is guts.
Yeah.
You're in front of your computer picking your tiers. Write this down, everybody at home. Who are your 2 guys you're going with in tier 1? Well, you only go with 1, but we're gonna give you 2 options per guy. All right, go ahead.
All right. So when you're looking into these pool picks, you want to pick people that aren't highly owned. That's like the play.
Yeah.
So I'm going Xander Schauffele, and I'm gonna go with Patrick Reed.
Wow, those are my 2.
Those are your 2?
Like undisputed, yeah.
Okay. I was going to go with John Rahm and Terrell Hatton would have been my 2.
Rahm, instead of Reed, I was gonna go Rahm, but I figured he might be well owned.
But no, I think the common idiot goes with
Bryson.
JT, Bryson, Morikawa because he won.
I think Morikawa is going to be really popular this week.
Yeah, I do too, and that's
Out
what
on him.
ballsy
I'm
fade
out
by
on
me.
All right, tier 2. Abe Answer, American Psycho, Brooks, DB. Also, imagine picking Brooks in this. DB, Hideki, Matty Fitz, Patrick Cantlay, Paul Casey, Tony Finau, or Victor Hovland. What are you guys going with?
I'm going to go with Abe, and I'm going to go with Tony.
Hovland and Berger.
Damn it. Those are mine. Yeah, Hovland and Berger. In my actual one, like that I filled out, I had to like legit flip my hat to see which one I was going with.
Oh, that's tough.
I know. Tier 3. Cam Smith, Harris English, Joaquin Neiman, Jordan Spieth, Lee Westwood, Ryan Palmer, Scotty Scheffler, Sung J M, Tommy Fleetwood, Willie Z.
All right, so right off the bat, I don't like Willie Zalatoris this week.
No.
Don't like him. Out. Sung J, he's been playing bad. Out.
Ryan
Scotty,
Palmer.
he's been playing bad. Out. Ryan Palmer, he's been playing bad. Out. Neiman, I don't know enough about Neiman to make a pick on him. So I'm going Cam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Is this outrageous? Lee Westwood.
I mean, yeah.
Lee Westwood. Nope, I change it. Tommy Fleetwood.
So
Wrong wood.
I mean,
Wrong wood.
So you're going Tommy and Cam Smith in that.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go Harris English and Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Jordan Spieth. This is.
You have to.
I knew you guys were gonna pick him.
But just look at the
Because
grouping.
he does so well, and you're the guy that doesn't have him.
He's like the fourth
True.
favorite to win the tournament, and he's listed with
bums.
not
Westwood,
bums, but
with
he should
Lee
be
Westwood.
in the top tier. Don't overthink this, guys.
Tier 4: Adam Scott, Christian Bazoon, Corey Connors, Jason Kokrak, Justin Rose, Kevin Na, Louis, Mark Leishman, Max Homa, Victor Perez.
Easy. Louis and Mark Leishman.
I'm gonna go with Corey, and I'm actually gonna go with Max Homa.
I'm gonna go Corey and Louis.
Louis is sneaky this week. I love him this week.
I mean, imagine picking Kevin Na.
Like, why is he in this tier?
I don't know.
And Victor Perez. Get out of this tier.
The last tier before it's the remainder of the field is Brian Harmon, Garrick Higo, Kevin Kisner, Cooch, Bobby Mack, Sam Burns, Sergio, Sugar Shane, Siwoo, and Stu.
I love this group.
This is a hard one. So when I was
Very
actually picking
hard.
mine, I was like, I don't know what to go with here. Because I feel like everyone that has seen any golf is going to go with Sam Burns, right?
Yeah.
Like recently, they're going to be like, well, he's hot. Go with him. So he's my, kind of stay away from because he's common. I think I'm going Harmon and Shane.
I like it.
Tim, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go with the hometown boy Kevin Kisner, and I'm gonna go with Stuart Sink.
Stu, you think Stu?
I didn't hate that. I
Top
was,
30 in driving distance for a 50-year-old guy.
I was also looking at. I have to say
Interesting.
Kuchar.
Yeah. I don't hate Stuart Sink this week.
I don't hate Kuchar. Is that stupid?
The Cooch?
I'm not picking him right now because obviously I'm picking Bobby Mack.
There's a caddy in Mexico that hates him.
You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm going Bobby Mack
Okay.
and Sugar Shane.
All right. Sugar Shane was a consensus there. So the last tier is just everyone else.
Mhm.
My pick in this was Charlie Hoffman that I made in my actual one. And I think another guy that I would probably put in there. Oh, jeez. I mean, how Hoffman's not in the earlier groups is bananas to me. So Hoffman, I don't know, like
Maverick?
McNeely maybe? HV3. Duh. All right. Those are my two.
There are so many cool. What is up with Jazz Jane Watanand?
Jazz
Jazz
Jenna
Jawananand.
Watnod.
His name's Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz been on tour for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I can't pick him because I don't know anything about it. This is.
Do you want me to go while you look?
You go.
All right. I'm on Gary Woodland. I think.
Really? Well,
Gary's
he hits
back.
it low. He hits it low.
He hits it
Love
low.
Gary Woodland.
Okay.
Good ball flight for
No
this
one bet
course.
him though. I don't think. Did we? one
No,
did.
I actually liked him, but again, I crossed out like half my bets because I wanted to focus. And then I like Chris Kirk, so I went with Chris Kirk. Good
Okay.
around the green player.
Okay.
Sam Horsfield.
He's picking with his heart. That's
Yep.
clear. But that's what you do in pools.
Yeah. You have to.
Sam Horsfield. Should I really go with my heart?
Yeah.
John Daly.
Can you
Book
make
it.
it 4 rounds?
Book
A
it.
John Daly make the cut bet would definitely have some value to it.
I looked. Doesn't exist.
Really?
Doesn't exist.
They don't think he's going to make the
It's
cut.
1,000 to 1 for him to win this tournament. It was so many zeros at the end of that plus that I was like, hey, this is ridiculous.
So that'll do it for like the tier pool play. Do you guys want to get into like some value picks on DraftKings? What are you feeling? You think that's enough? I mean,
that's enough.
we gave people like the good picks. The tier things also corresponds to how much they cost on DraftKings. If you check that,
You know what? Actually, I think we should do like real quick is just tell everyone like who we think in each of these tiers is going to be like the most used.
oh yeah,
Like that would help. Like tier 1, Bryson, Morikawa, and JT. Are gonna and Rory. Those are gonna be the
Yeah.
top 4. So those other guys, they're not gonna be less owned. You can get a slight advantage there.
Yeah.
What do you think about tier 2?
I think tier 2 people are going to use Brooks because they probably think he's still good. It's going to be Brooks, Hideki, and Tony. I think.
You think Berger? You think Berger was gonna get a lot of love?
I think Burger.
See, I feel okay. Here's my thoughts on Berger. I think people that follow golf know that he's that good, but people that really don't
Yeah.
don't notice him.
Like, I
Does that
think-
make sense?
Yeah. For me, I was gonna say Hovland Koepka and Berger.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Either one. Probably from the third one, the most used will be Jordan, and second most might be Tommy or
Might be Cam Smith.
might be
Unfortunately,
Cam Smith or Tommy.
yeah.
I think it will be Cam Smith.
Willie Z.
Oh yeah.
People who just like occasionally watch
'Cause they
golf see
heard
him
his
on
story,
SportsCenter.
yeah.
Yeah, like he'll probably be owned a lot.
In the fourth one, I think, I don't know, people know Justin Rose, so they'll pick Justin Rose. Honestly, Louis might be the most popular in that,
Louis probably will be the most popular.
which sucks because I picked him too.
Sometimes you got to take the chalk. Sometimes you got to take those.
And then again, in the fifth one, I bet people pick Sam Burns.
Sergio will probably get a lot of play.
Sergio and Sam, I think.
If you don't watch golf and you're just doing your pool, these guys,
Yeah.
you don't really know. Maybe Siwoo for our avid listeners because they know Tim.
Siwoo Tim, that's right.
Well,
And then
Behind
tier 6, that's just a crapshoot. It's hard to say.
stick with your
who's-
heart. It's my only advice.
Well, folks, we wrapped up Byron Nelson. We talked about our picks. We ripped on the NCAA a little bit. We gave you guys an official world golf ranking breakdown. And look, we broke down Kiawah Island. The ocean course here is fantastic. Just Google it, by the way. It's just like unbelievable looking.
Yeah, that's the best part about it. It's gorgeous.
It's going to be an exciting week of golf. One of our co-hosts, who will remain nameless, is not around on Sunday to watch with the other two co-hosts.
He's actually
So-
trying to defend his undefeated title, I heard.
I don't think anyone asked him, but so two of the three co-hosts will be watching together. So we'll have some content for you guys. Maybe do some live picks, something like that. Maybe get the camera going. I don't know.
Andy, I actually got one more thing too before we get going. You know, all this talk about money. Look, we were talking last week. I said after my epic accomplishments displayed on our Scramble Pod TikTok, I said we were going to issue a challenge, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. And so, look, guys, if you're out there, like, we want to give away some money, like here at Hedge Better. We're all about helping the people. So, look, if you're out there, go to our TikTok, Scramble Pod TikTok, and check out the video. Like I said, don't be intimidated by my prowess, but watch the video. If you can recreate it, follow us, tag us, post it, give us a shout out, and send us the video. We'll send you a $100 gift card, and that goes for the first, what do you think, 5 people that can send us a video?
Yeah.
Recreate it. I mean, I'm confident. Like, we got the $500, but like, I'm not gonna have to give it out because that was like something that like happens once in a generation.
I might have to try it this weekend
But-
if I get to play.
I mean-
it's impossible.
Are we
Yeah.
eligible for this contest? 'Cause
Am I
I'll give it a go.
allowed?
Yeah, hey, no, we're all eligible. Everyone's eligible.
Am
If
I
you-
allowed
If you got the prowess,
to tee it up really high?
No.
Okay,
It's gotta
but
be the
my
same-
driver is so big. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We can't give away what it is.
sorry.
Look, guys, if you want money,
Oh, no.
get out there, follow the Scramble Pod, follow Hedge Better, check out the TikTok, watch the epic feat. If you think you can recreate it and you want $100, try if you dare. Other than that, I'll kick it back to you guys to close it up.
So just to wrap it up, you're going to want to go check out Fat Baby South Boston's Instagram by the time this comes out. I'm not going to tell you what for, but my God, is it exciting. Fellas, I love
And
doing
delicious.
this. And delicious, by the way. Get the dumplings. They're fantastic. I love doing the show every week with you guys. It's a pleasure. It's the most exciting thing I get to do all week. So any closing comments before we go head into the ocean course?
I feel like a little kid. I'm so excited for this tournament. It's our
I have a
second
different
major as a
feeling.
show. It's awesome.
I feel like I'm ready for battle.
I like that.
I mean,
I wish I said that.
We need Spieth to make the cutter work. It's going to be a 2-man show next
We
week.
need Spieth to win
might
this tournament, guys.
We need it.
I know.
Yeah.
We apologize in advance for the amount of Spieth content if he wins that's coming out of this show.
It's only going to be more.
It's
if
gonna
he
be
wins.
I know.
outrageous.
Imagine how much we talked about today. My aunts and uncles all give me shit because we talk about Spieth all the time. I'm like, I'll stop talking about him when he stinks.
Yeah.
If he wins, I'm just going to title episode 9 Jordan Spieth. That's it.
Golf's golden child.
And I will be FaceTiming in. I think we have that technology,
From
Jay,
Vegas.
from the Palazzo. So,
We
From,
can do it. Let's do it.
from the pool party at those places,
yeah. I went
shit.
to
I've been to one.
yeah, I
I
have
can't
too.
think of this.
Never been to Vegas.
the Cosmo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmo pool party or at Wet Republic.
Wet Republic.
Oh
yep.
yeah. Anyways, you guys, that'll do it for our PGA Championship episode. Follow us on Twitter at @thescramble_pod and on Instagram at @thescramble_pod. Go follow Pinned Golf on Instagram at Pinned Golf. And look, we love you guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Later.
Right.